Hello, and thanks for tuning in once again. Today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on Mint Mobile, which I've been using for the past few months. I switched over from T-Mobile, which they're related. They use the same satellite network, though I believe Mint Mobile is primarily operating within the United States, if not exclusively. Um, However, really all cell phone or all mobile providers are able to roam, as they say, or use other satellites because the satellites are, constantly orbiting the planet. So they sort of change, which ones they're accessing at any particular point, and they're really, since everything is connected, they can alternate which ones they use. However, some charge more for this, but we'll get into the more details like that later. Overall, I am extremely pleased with my Switch so far. I am paying half what I was paying for my monthly T-Mobile bill. So before I was spending $60 per month on a limited data package. Now I'm spending $30 a month on an unlimited data package. So half the price and more service. There are some trade-offs, you could say, and what you could call a downside as I see it. And that is, while it's called unlimited data, it's actually limited to 30 gigabytes, which is more than enough than most people will need, myself included. I don't use most of the data per month. I use my Wi-Fi signal for a lot of my data usage sometimes when I have that turned on. But still, calling it unlimited when it's really not, I sort of have an issue with. I understand though that they're not going to want people to use this for everything. I initially was really excited about the idea of potentially using my unlimited data package and using my phone as a mobile hotspot, so I could basically use that for my internet service through my computer, so I could eliminate my internet bill as well, which is separate, a different company. But as it turns out, this does not allow me to do that. Again, I understand why they're doing it that way, and they don't want people to be doing that. Ultimately, I see that is going to happen. It already exists in some places, and it will continue to spread. Getting all your service through one company instead of different services through different companies. But again, I'm already saving $30 a month on my service, and I'm getting better service. Now, I have not used this internationally. I've only used this within the United States, and currently travel is more difficult given the health conditions and state of the planet. But that's another story. In the past, using T-Mobile, it has always been so reliable when I have traveled to Costa Rica, to Thailand, and other places. It has worked flawlessly. And you have to, you can set up that you'll be roaming, you'll be out of the country. They're going to charge you a little bit more. Again, we're heading to a place where the whole planet is just going to be covered, so you don't need to worry about different roaming and different companies and satellites and packages and all that. It can just work wherever. But for the time being, that is something that I haven't fully tested yet. I haven't tested this service outside of the country, which I'm sure it may still work. They just may charge more for it, for roaming package or data fees or whatever. So I haven't gone that far with it yet. But so far, with my few months, I signed up under a great deal where I got 3 months free. So technically, I'm paying even less than I want. Technically, the $30 per month package for the first 3 months is actually only $15 per month, considering it includes 3 additional months. But that's sort of arbitrary. And like I said, since I'm not really using the full unlimited data package, I may cut the price down even more for less data service, since I'm not using the full 30 gigabytes that is included in the unlimited 30 gigabyte data package. So, but again, the service has been great wherever I go, great coverage, And again, it's basically using the same network as T-Mobile. So I was having great service before with them, and so it's virtually the same now. I was actually really surprised when I first heard about Mint Mobile. It was advertised from Ryan Reynolds, and I thought it was a joke because he's got such a sense of humor. I thought it was maybe a prank in a sense, but several months later, I learned more and more, and I like his sense of humor and I like his personality, and he is actually one of the reasons that I was drawn into the company. If you have a recognizable face and people really like you, that's a huge selling point. Not many mobile owners and CEOs and presidents and all that are very publicly well-known figures. So when you have one that is very well known and very well liked, that is a big draw for a lot of people. It's a very effective strategy on his part and the company's part in general. Now, again, I am not getting paid to endorse this company. I'm not even making any money off YouTube revenue, ads, or anything like that. As the current state of my channel, I'm not at their threshold for monetization. So I'm simply sharing this because it's my service to others, and it works for me. I'm excited about it since it's saving me money and giving me even more service. So this is a definite upgrade for me, and I'm sharing it with others so that they may choose the same thing if they wish. You can save yourself money. And the transition was so easy too. There was no store to go through. I did it completely online. Signed up. They mailed me a new SIM card, and a tool for putting it in my phone. You have to make sure that your phone operates on their network, of course, because not all of them operate using the same frequencies and all that. But mine that I was using already did, so I didn't even have to get a new phone. I simply swapped out the SIM card that they sent me with my old one, and the transition was made by them. I didn't even have to cancel my T-Mobile account. That was done automatically. I simply received a notification that it was deactivated as soon as my new service was set up. So super easy as well. And now I'm saving at least $30 per month, maybe more in the future if I downgrade my data package. So in summary, I'm thoroughly pleased so far with my switch to Mint Mobile. If I discover anything else that I don't like, I'll share any updates that I may find. But for now, I've shared already a couple of the downside of it, or the misleading marketing, which, to be honest, so many companies use to call it unlimited when it's not really. It's everything that I need. So even if it's not completely unlimited, it's still more than I was getting before. So it's a slight downside or a slight check in the negative box for them. But other than that, I'm saving money and getting more data. And so I can't argue with that. And again, I like Ryan Reynolds and what he's about, and his attitude and energy and sense of humor and work. So far I can heartily recommend Mint Mobile as a better alternative to a lot of the companies that are already out there. Whatever service you use, I hope you're happy with it. This is simply an alternative for some people if they choose to take it. So thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, sharing, and I hope you're doing well. Until next time, take care.